Virgo, this is your ethereal news for 2021, the month of January. Virgo. So Virgo, at the beginning of the month, there's some sort of offer of love. And this could be a new love forming, so it's somewhat of puppy love. So, and as we go further down the beginning of the month, there's more love. So this is a new beginning of love, and this is some sort of offer. So I feel like somebody that you've had some sort of flirtatious vibe going on at, not even just at the beginning of the month, but in the recent past, there's been some sort of development of a mutual love, not just attraction, but there's been some playfulness to this love, okay? And then there's going to be this new beginning of love. There's just a lot of love for you at the beginning of the month, Virgo, okay? And what started off very innocent and playful, and I like to call puppy love, is going to develop into some really serious true love, okay? And then Virgo, as we go on, there's more love. Like, this is so cute, Virgo. So it's like, yeah, there's this innocent love that starts off like in the beginning of the month. There was something going on with you and somebody else, and it had just a lot of love energy around it, okay? And I feel like there was some sort of like soul connection. So your soul was vibing with this other person. And I say other person because what I see right now in the cards is a whole lot of love at the beginning of the month. Okay? And what it's showing me is there was some vibing going on between you and another soul. This is another individual, okay? And there was some flirtatious puppy love, and it's been going back and forth for quite some time now. And it's going to develop into something more serious, okay? Yeah. So I feel like in the past, there was just a whole lot of fighting going on. There was a whole lot of competition, arguments, jealousy, all of that kind of energy going on in the past, and that's being let go. So I don't know if you broke up with somebody else and you were starting to see someone different, or maybe, you could already be in a relationship, Virgo, and the relationship is starting to become like it was when you first started dating the person, because what I'm seeing in the second part of the month is that in the recent past, the distant past, there was a lot of confrontation going on. And this has everything to do with love, because what I'm seeing at the beginning of the month, what the cards are showing me at the beginning of the month, what I'm feeling, hearing, intuitively channeling, and here in the middle of the month, it's showing me that this competitive, confrontational energy dealing with this love that you had going on is done. Like, it's subsiding, it's gone, it's dissipating, okay? And this whole month for you, starting off, there's a whole lot of love around you. And it's a new beginning. So it could still be with the same person. You just kind of like regain that connection. It could be that. Or you could have broken up with somebody, or you had to split ties for whatever reason, and somebody new came. There was a new love that came into your life. So it could have been one or the other. I feel like for some reason, yeah, I feel like for some reason that you had to cut ties with another relationship and you moved right into another one. So I feel like some other old relationship got really stale and it needed to be destroyed. Yeah, I feel like you're coming out of a destructive relationship per se, and then you're starting, but you already have this other connection going on with somebody else, and you're starting this new relationship. That's what it's starting to look like. And see, this is the thing. You've been really hard at work. You've been concentrating on work a lot, Virgo. However, this other new relationship that's coming in, that's taking the place of the old relationship that pretty much was like a house of cards. You know, you guys just had to split for whatever reason. Okay, it was best for you and the other individual. Okay, but there was another relationship that was already forming a long time ago. Okay, and you've always had that in mind, and you've always been working on that and keeping yourself busy with work, okay? So it's not like just this relationship came out of nowhere, but it's helping you get away from this other relationship, okay, Virgo? Because this other relationship, you guys had to split for whatever reason. Yeah. Because at the end of the month, there are some things that you don't quite... I feel like at the beginning of the month, you're just so clouded with this new love, okay? And you've really had to go through this past breakup. And I feel like you've just been pouring yourself into work and, you know, pouring your other part of your energy into this love with this other new connection that you had going on, you know, this new partnership, or this love that was being developed. Okay, we'll just say like that. This new love that was being developed through the destruction of another love you were getting away from. Okay, you were focused on work right here. And there's just some things that you're not sure about. I feel like you and this new love that you have, you guys share the same vision, okay? I feel like you guys really share the same vision, but I'm seeing this past relationship, this other person that you had to let go of is kind of clinging on to you, or still kind of haunting you or taunting you in some way, okay? But I see this new person that you're with, Virgo. They're very fiery, and I feel like they just know how to handle their business. They're very comfortable in themselves. They have tough skin, and they're confident and beautiful. And I feel like they're really talented, okay? And I feel like this new person, this new partner that comes into your life, after all that being said, this person is really confident, like I said, very action-oriented, knows what they want, very fiery type of energy, creative, passionate, and kind of just goes about their life getting what they want, okay? This person was in your recent past, distant past, And I feel like they did offer you love at some point. So this person at the top, I feel like it was somebody from your past. Okay, this wasn't somebody you just met. It was somebody from your past. And also I feel like the person that you split up from is going to try to get back with you too. Okay, I see that coming up at the end also. But you're not even going to be paying attention to that, Virgo. You're going to be busy with work, and this other relationship is going to be enough for you to focus on, because you're going to gain inspiration from this other person. You're going to really be able to draw off their energy. Okay? So Virgo, with that being said, let's get you a Law of Attraction card. The law of attraction is always matching, quote Buddha. Receptivity. I am open in my heart and mind to receiving the blessings that I deserve. So I feel like you were very open to love, and you just feel like that you deserve the cream of the crop. Like, you have this vision of love, Virgo, and whether you were in a relationship or had to get out of one or went back right into one or got out of one and went back to that person, I feel like you think that you deserve the cream of the crop, and that's what you're receptive to. You're putting that out into the universe, saying that, you know, I know my worth and I deserve a good partner, somebody that I can cherish and love, that we share a strong bond and connection, and that you can really draw off their energy in a very beneficial and positive way, okay? That is going to be full of love, life, and you're going to be able to harness some productive energy from also. So this person is very driven, ambitious, and that's what you're receptive at attracting. You're attracting another person with a lot of love energy that's very loving, caring, kind, but also passionate, driven, definitely not lazy, a go-getter. So that's what you're being really receptive to, and that's what you're focusing on in your partner, whether you're with somebody or you're not, okay? So Virgo, that is your ethereal news for January 2021. Take care.